That is our Center of Peace Choir, Mass Choir. Yes. So today it's my honor and my pleasure to introduce our speaker today. Here at the Center of Peace, our practitioners, those who successfully pass the oral panels and their written exam, after years of study, become licensed professional practitioners here at the Center of Peace. And licensed professional practitioners are here to serve, are here to be in prayer, are here to know the truth about you and for you and with you. And so after a year of being in service, what we have done here, what's been our tradition for years, is to then have our practitioners, our licensed professional practitioners, come forward and to introduce them to our congregation and to have them bring our message. And so today is the day for Zulma Gonzalez. And so just a quick word about Zulma, if you don't know Zulma. When Zulma landed at the Center of Peace, she's been going ever since. She took classes and she got on the board, and she took classes and she got on the board, and she took classes, she got on the board, she had questions, she wanted to know about this, she wanted to know about that, and so you have before you a living demonstrations of principles practice. Zulma's life has changed. I don't know how many remember, but I can just whip off a whole bunch of things that have changed about Zulma. So I'm honored and would ask you to join me in welcoming Zulma to the stage.
What you want, Spirit's got it. And what you need, you know God's got it. And what life's asking is that you expect every bit of it. The moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I share a little prayer with you. Forever, forever, you'll stay in my heart, and I will love you. Forever, forever, we never will part, and I will love you. Together, together, that's how it must be. To live without you is an impossibility. Oh, Spirit, what you do through me makes me know I'm good inside. And I can only be close to you. You're keeping me so alive, 'cause Spirit is real. The Spirit is real. The Spirit is real. I'm God's natural woman. And that is my tribute to Miss Aretha Franklin. Good Sunday, everyone. Ernest Holmes wrote that we are individualized centers in the consciousness of God. So good Sunday to each and every individualized center of peace in this room, sharing this day with me today. I am in joy, excited, and proud as a licensed professional practitioner to be standing right here, right now. I remember when I first joined the center and watching and listening to practitioners up here, and I asked somebody, so what do I have to do that? And they said, you have to be a practitioner. And I remember slumping my shoulders and mumbling, well, I guess I'll never do that. And today, I give thanks that here I am. There's an Egyptian proverb that says, the laws of God are the first thing the seeker will find on the way to the truth. That's why Centers for Spiritual Living uses what Ernest Holmes believed as our declaration of principles. He compiled these principles based on ancient teachings, and we believe them to be the truth. And so the principles to which I'll be speaking today are: we believe in the individualization of the Spirit in us, that all people are individualizations of the one Spirit. We believe that heaven is within us and that we experience it to the degree we become conscious of it. We believe in the unity of all life and that the highest God and the innermost God are one God, is one God. We believe that God is personal to all who feel this indwelling presence. I believe in the individualization of the Spirit in me and that I am an individualization of the one Spirit. I believe that heaven is within me and I experience it to the degree that I become conscious of it. I believe in the unity of all life and that the highest God and the innermost God is indeed one God. I believe that God is personal to all who feel this indwelling Spirit. The theme that Reverend selected for this year is trust. Trust. T-R-U-S-T. Total reliance upon spiritual tenets. And for those who may not be certain of what a tenet is a principle or belief, a doctrine, a precept, a creed, a conviction, an idea, an opinion, an ideology. You pick whichever one works for you. When you trust, you have faith. You believe that what you believe is the truth. It's an inner conviction. And when you rely on something, you believe you can depend on it. You can depend on the object of your trust. You have confidence in it. You don't sway. You don't question it. You feel safe in it. I'm not going to say anything that you haven't heard already in some way or another. Today, I'm just reminding you of what you already know, and I'm going to say it more times than once, more than once, I am. My theme today is trust God's wonder. The dictionary's definition of wonder that I'm using is something marvelous, a cause of intense admiration, something marvelous. Ernest Holmes wrote that the greatest gift life could have made to you is yourself. Yes. You are a spontaneous, self-choosing center in life, in the great theme of being, the great joy of becoming, the certainty of eternal expansion. You could not ask for more, and more could not have been given. In other words, you're all that. You're all that. All that. You are, as one of my poems went, you are the quiet after any storm, the rainbow in a colorless world. You are the rock of Gibraltar. You are the beginning of every day, the end of every night. You are all that. All that. You are a world within yourself. And you decide at every moment what you want to do in your world. You have the choice to say yes or no to any and everything, anytime, anywhere, to anyone. Your choice. Your eternal birthright is choice. And you are the star of every story you tell because you are both the cause and the effect of your story. You are the author of your script, and you cannot ever rightly say that something or someone else is the writer because you are the I am. Yes. Psychologist Winston Collins wrote, "The me inside you," capital M-E that is, represents your original, genuine, unadulterated self. Despite everything you have gone through in life, the me in you has never changed. It is not possible to change the me in you from its original, untainted condition. The me in you is at peace. He's talking about spirit, the spirit that's the real you. Spirit is divine. It's God's wonder, and you can trust it because it's what you really are. It doesn't sway to and fro, doesn't give you good luck today and bad luck tomorrow. It's consistent, and it awaits you to acknowledge its reality. Dr. Collins also writes, your life's hopes and dreams are embodied in the me in you. You cannot experience your hopes and dreams without the me in you. That is, you can't do your best or be your best if you don't acknowledge the best of who you are. But you have to recognize who you are. To recognize is to be cognizant again. The real you, spirit, has always known you as your real self. It's that part of me that I call the mini me, that little me, that small self that forgets. What mini me pays attention to what's going on out here, what somebody's doing and what somebody's saying and what's happening over here and can't decide one way or the other how I should do and how I should act. Mini me has no real opinions of its own, and it believes that I am weak. But that's not the case. That's not the case at all. I am created in the image of perfection. Yes. I am God's wonder, and so are you. In A Course in Miracles, it is written that every response you make is determined by what you think you are, and what you want to be must determine every response you make. So what do you think you are? Do you think you're just a body? Oh wait, just a body? Come on now, really? Just a body? Our physical manifestation. The body, which is the effect of the spiritual cause, because that's our willingness to be here. Because before there can be an effect, there has to be a cause, a marvelous cause at that, is what we call our humanness. It's made up of trillions of cells. The human body, our body, this just a body, is made up of trillions of cells. Let me go on. It's made up of 11 elements, but mostly oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, and phosphorus. Some 60 chemical elements are found in the body, and they don't even know what some of them do yet. They don't even know what they're for. Don't even know. No clue. We have 11 systems. The body has 11 systems. It has the integumentary system, which consists of the skin, the hair, the fingernails, the toenails, the sweat glands, the oil glands. It consists of the skeletal system, which is the bones, the joints, and their cartilages. It consists of the muscular system, which is the skeletal muscle tissue. It consists of the nervous system, the brain, the spinal cord, the nerves, and special sense organs such as the eyes and the ears. The body, just the body consists of the endocrine system, which is the pineal gland, the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, the thymus, the thyroid gland, the parathyroid glands, the adrenal glands, the pancreas, the ovaries, the testes, and hormones producing cells in several other organs. It consists of the cardiovascular system, which is the blood, heart, and the blood vessels. It's her body. The lymphatic or the immune system consists of the lymphatic fluids and vessels, the spleen, the thymus, the lymph nodes, the tonsils, and cells that carry our immune responses, like the B cells and the T cells and a whole bunch of other cells. The respiratory system, which is the larynx and the pharynx, which is the throat, and the voice box, and the trachea, which is the windpipe, and the bronchial tubes. This is just the body. The digestive system, which is the mouth, again the pharynx, the esophagus, the stomach, the large and small intestines, the anus, also includes the accessory organs like the salivary glands, the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreas. Oh my God, I'm not finished yet. The urinary system, which is the kidneys, the ureters, the urinary bladder, and the urethra. The reproductive system, which is the gonads, which is the testes and the ovaries, the uterine tubes, the uterus, the vagina, the mammary glands in females, and the epidermis, and the ductus deferens, and the seminal vesicles, and the prostate, and the penis in males. And you can't tell me that the human body isn't marvelous, that it isn't magnificent, that it is not one of God's wonders. You can't tell me that your body is not God's wonder. But I digress. So as I was saying, Every response you make is determined by what you think you are, and what you want to be must determine every response you make. Do you think that you were designed to let life circumstances just push and pull you around, determining what you should do? And be careful your answer, because your life demonstrates that, your life reflects that. There's that mental equivalence that indicates that what we think we are is what determines how we live our lives. And as I continue on my spiritual journey, more and more, I am relying on the spiritual principle that with God, all things are possible. I'm relying more on this spiritual principle to accomplish what I say I really want. And there's a line from my medley, "It Is So," that says, "My life reflects my mind like a mirror." And sometimes I really don't like that. Sometimes I really don't like that. So what kind of life are you living? If you're not content and you don't feel fulfilled, then you aren't giving yourself the best opportunity to express itself fully. And as my friend Barbara Jones says, you're not letting yourself be free. You simply aren't recognizing what you truly are. It's written that Jesus said that we are the salt of the earth. We are the light of the world. We live in God. We move in God. We have our being in God. In the Bible is written that we are wonderfully made. We were created in the image of perfection. We are wonderful, and we are God's wonders. Ralph Waldo Emerson said that a man should learn to detect and watch that gleam of light which flashes across his mind from within. From within. That gleam of light that gives life to you isn't something or someone outside of yourself. It's written in the Bible that Job said, "The Spirit of God has made me, and the breath of the Almighty gives me life." Ernest Holmes said, "The spirit of man is God." Your essence is your life, and your source is divine. It's godly. It's great. It is marvelous. Your every breath, your respiration comes from spirit. The word respiration, that S-P-I-R, that spirit, that inspiration, it's God. It all comes from spirit. That is what we are. Trust thyself, Ernest Holmes says. Every heartstring vibrates to that iron string. And then he says, what I must do is all that concerns me, not what the people think. You will always find those who think they know what is your duty better than you know it. Who can tell you how to be you? And if you've been allowing that for so long, then why? What is it that makes you believe that someone can tell you how to be you? You have to do as they say, do you, boo. You have to do you, boo, and only you can do you. Emerson said that imitation is suicide. You kill your real self when you don't allow yourself to be who you actually are. Reverend Twana says that we are guided by principle, not opinions and praise. Terry Cole Whitaker wrote a book titled, "What You Think of Me Is None of My Business." What you think is your business, not mine. What I think is my business. So step away from living in that pretense, if that's the case, and ask yourself truly, what among the wondrous, wonderful gifts of life do you believe will fulfill you? I mean, if you could have your best life, your dream life, what would that be? Remember, it's all God. It's all God, omnipresent. It's all God. So you are one of the wondrous, wonderful gifts of life. You are life. Again, you are